Tabletop Tactics time.
Welcome to this tactics video. I thought I would, for Bot War. And so I thought I would actually run through a couple of types of ways you can neutralize strong characters in Bot War. Obviously I've set up like ideal scenarios here, but you can never work on the dice. And some of these are more risky than others, obviously. So I've got here the Overlords. So I've got Hammerhead here. He's going to try one type of method, and then I'm going to do all these separately as if these don't exist on the table. They only exist one-on-one, but I've just put them out so you can see. And then we've got Crom here, an Overlord, and then we've got Gorger here with... Gorger's got an ability called Green Ooze, or an upgrade called Green Ooze, so he'll probably be using that as well. So we've got that versus Conspiracy here, the giant fortress bot from Coils, and I've actually given Conspiracy Evil Armor, which gives him +2 damage. Now, I've taken Crom's 3 energy, and I've given 2 to Hammerhead and 1 to Gorger. So this is all even energy here, and I've actually added another energy, presumably from another part of the force, to Conspiracy, because he only comes with 2 normally, and I think most people will be adding more energy to Conspiracy if they're using him. Okay, let me just set this camera up properly. Okay, so we're going to start off with Hammerhead. Now Hammerhead has got 3 energy on him, and he is efficient, and he actually has an ability called Nuclear Shells. Now Nuclear Shells means that if you take 1 damage from a ranged attack on Nuclear Shells, it will mean that for the rest of that turn, everything you do will cost 1 more energy than normal, which is actually devastating for a powerful character, because a lot of players put just the amount of energy they need on the character in order to do their activation, or what they plan for the activation that turn. And they don't want to put any more, because if they get hit with like a surge attack for some, it can actually really cause a lot of damage. Now, I'm not going over surge in this video, but I just wanted to go over some of the more obscure ones in abilities to deal with stuff in this one. There's plenty more, of course, in Bot War, and I'm sure many of you who play Bot War will be able to name a few that aren't these 3. So we're going to try first off, Hammerhead's activating on a strategy rating 4. We've put him at close range here. So we're going to first use his efficient to make a ranged attack, and we're going to boost that ranged attack with 1 energy. So that's going to give him 4 ranged attacks versus Conspiracy. So let's see how we go. Not bad, not bad. So he's got 9 hits on Conspiracy. Now Conspiracy would want to probably boost that, actually, because 9's a pretty significant height, and even though he does have 6 shields, I think we're going to boost that up to 7 to try and negate all that damage. We didn't negate all that damage. We only got 5, so we've taken 4 damage, and now we've been hit with a Nuclear Shell. So every activation is going to cost 1 energy extra. So now Hammerhead is actually going to shoot with Nuclear Shells again, because it's for his follow-up activation. So he's going to use an energy to shoot and then an energy to boost. So that's going to give him another 4 attacks, which is not as good. So we've only got 5 hits there, and Conspiracy is not going to boost it this time. He's going to see if his 6 shields can hold out, which it does on a 5, just. Okay, so now it's Conspiracy's turn to attack back. Now, Conspiracy has been hit by Nuclear Shells, so that means that even a single ranged attack will actually cost 2 energy now. So he can't boost it because he doesn't have any energy left, but he does have a significant ranged attack with 6 ranged attack dice. So let's see how Hammerhead fares. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits there. Now, Hammerhead used all his energy on attack, and so he only has the basic shields of 3, which is 2. So he's taken 8 damage, so Hammerhead is destroyed. Okay. So that's one way you can try and neutralise characters. Obviously, Hammerhead's destroyed, but it did really cut down what Conspiracy could do in return. And there may be multiple, if there was multiple models alongside Hammerhead there, then they could have followed up with an attack which could have actually destroyed Conspiracy. So let's move on now and try a different way. Let's go with Crom. Now Crom has a very nasty ability. It is called Mind Read. So, and Crom activates on a strategy rating of 8, as you can see there, which is ahead of a Conspiracy. Okay, so Crom has an ability called Mind Read, and he is also efficient. So that means that he essentially gets an activation for free. So Mind Read is one of those abilities that sort of automatically works. It replaces a ranged attack, and you simply Mind Read the opponent within short range, and you can plus or minus 3 from the strategy rating. Now, usually that's always a minus, because if you reduce the strategy rating below what the character with Mind Read has, then you're now out of strategy rating order and you essentially miss that turn. So because Crom is strategy rating 8 and Conspiracy is strategy rating 10, you'll actually lower the strategy rating below down to 7, which means that Conspiracy is now out of activation order, which means that he'll miss that turn. Now, it is a very frustrating ability to have someone activate on you, and it's why you need Bot War needs to be played using with characters supporting other characters. So, although Crom can't actually damage Conspiracy, he can freeze him there in time pretty much forever without help. Now, Crom will need help to damage Conspiracy, and Conspiracy will need help from someone from Coils to take out Crom so he doesn't keep getting locked. Someone with a different strategy rating that cannot be raised or lowered below Crom's strategy rating, so someone who activates earlier in the game, can easily take out Crom and therefore free Conspiracy from being locked in Mind Read. So that's one effective way of neutralizing Conspiracy, but it won't actually destroy Conspiracy. You will need other help to do that, because Crom is very poor in close attack and ranged attack. Okay, so moving on, we're going to try Gorger now. So Gorger is just pretty much a straight up tank for his size. Obviously, he's not the tank that Conspiracy is, but I've given Gorger, as I said before, Green Ooze Injection, which is an upgrade that sort of boosts his attacks. So it says 1 use only, use at the start of this model's activation phase, and roll an attack dice and add the result to the movement and close attacks for the remainder of that turn. If a blank is rolled, take 2 damage points. Right, so let's see how we go here. I'm going to roll my attack dice and see what I get. Oh, nice. I got 3. So that will boost his movement up to 10, but I don't really need that because I've positioned him close enough anyway. So we're going to move in here, but now his attacks, his close attacks are up to 6. So we've moved in for his efficient energy, and now we're going to use 1 energy for a close attack, and we're actually going to boost that as well, just to give, rub salt into that wound of rolling a 3. So we've got here 3, oops, let me put it out here for you, 3 basic attacks. We got an extra 3 from the green ooze injection, which is fantastic. We've boosted it for up to 7, and you always get a black dice there for 8. This is going to be pretty deadly, I hope, unless I can manage to roll terribly like I normally do. So let's see how we go. Not fantastic, but not horrible. So we've got here 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage on Conspiracy, which is pretty deadly. Now Conspiracy, let's give Conspiracy his energy back. So Conspiracy is going to boost those shields, which he should have really declared at the start, which he would have anyway. And we've got here 7 shields to try and get 14 damage off. Not bad, but we still take some damage. So 4, 5, 6, we take 8 damage. Thank goodness we've got the evil armor, which gave us those 2 damage points. So we're only down to 2 damage left. Now Conspiracy's going to fight back now in close combat. So Conspiracy's going to fight and he's going to boost. Now, sorry for the awful reflection. So we've got 4 close attack. So he's going to go up to 5 close attack with the boost, and you always get a black as well. Okay, so fighting back against Gorger. Right, so Conspiracy has rolled a 11 there. Now, Gorger has a combat sword. Now, with a combat sword, you can force your opponent to re-roll, and I'm going to say re-roll one of those 3s. Great. So now the combat sword has parried that, so we've now only got 8 against Gorger. Now Gorger's got 9 damage, so he's going to survive regardless, but let's see how his shields go. So we've only got 3 shields. Let's try and take some of that off. Oh, only 1. So he's got 2 damage left. So they're both on 2 damage. Now we may as well go and re-energize and play a second turn if we can. Let's just give them, let's give them back their extra energy, what they had before. Okay, so this turn though, Gorger has got adrenaline. Now, adrenaline is a way of sort of boosting the fighter or the model before it can heal damage, and it can actually give extra attacks as well. So we're going to do that now. So we're going to use our... You'll always use your efficient to do a super ability, because normally super abilities cost 2 energy, but because an efficient rule says that you get a free activation, well, I'm going to use this super ability activation as my free activation, so I save myself 2 energy on that. So let's roll a critical dice and see how many extra attacks and how many extra hit points we heal. Nice. So we go back up to 5 hit points, and we actually get another 3 attacks. So the green ooze is now worn off. It's been used last turn. It was 1 use only, but we do get the 3 attacks for adrenaline. So we've got our... We're going to fight a round of close attack now. So we're going to use 1 to fight, and we're going to actually boost that as well. So we've got here 3 for our basic close attacks. We've got 3 for our adrenaline boost. We've got 1 for boosting, and then we always get our black for close attack. So another massive round from Gorger. Oh, and he's just like walloped him. So we've got here 5, 7, 10, 15 hits on Conspiracy. Now Conspiracy is going to have to boost, I think, for his 7 shields. He's only got 2 damage left. And he's gone. Conspiracy goes down to Gorger. And Gorger triumphs. So that's really how you can take down some pretty tough characters. Gorger is an absolute tank himself. His ability is not so much on the offense, but tanking hits and then counter-attacking. Tanking hits with his combat sword and his green ooze and adrenaline, and then counter-attacking if you get it right. So Gorger is one of my favourite characters in the Overlords, and he's pretty much in every list that I ever make. Conspiracy, once again, the idea is to not let people get too close to Conspiracy. His 6 range attack can pretty much vaporise most characters from across the board. So something to watch out for, and all models in Bot War definitely need to be supported by other models in order to make the most of the sort of combos and attacks that you can do. I hope you enjoyed this tactics. I hope if there's any other tactics you'd like to know about in Bot War, please, or even in the other games, please comment below, and I'll catch you guys later.